Oh yeah, now my people, it's your guy, the Nigerian Englishman, and we are here, the Armoury TV, Arsenal versus Newcastle match review. Let's go. Oh yeah, now let's get it, bruv. We were the first game of the weekend, Arsenal versus Newcastle. Everybody thought we'd be having a hangover from the Liverpool game, but we bounced back. It was good to bounce back and bounce back well. So we're here, Armory TV. I got my guests alongside. We got a debutant on the show. It's gonna be a quick one. Let's get it. But to my right, he's the guy. He's the guy that always seems to make the right save at the right time in the game. We got Mr. Aaron Ramsdale, aka James, on the right. How you doing, James?
Bro, was good. Was good. Yeah, man, I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
Bro, I'm good, man. I appreciate you for that save, man. That was at a crucial time in the
You're
game,
welcome,
man.
bro. Had to make it look fancy.
Was it easy to get out of the stadium after the game?
Yeah, bro. It's quick, innit? I got a fast car.
Okay, good man, good man. Also, welcome back to the Armory TV. We haven't seen you for a little bit. Always nice to get you on the show, Mr. Tony Skills. How you doing, Tony?
Doing good. Doing good. Cheers.
Are you ready to chop it up, man? You look a little bit more cheerful because last time I think we were talking about a defeat. So we're making you return back on the show of a win.
My brother, we are to Newcastle what Liverpool is to us. So if we didn't win that game, you understand. If we didn't win that game, it'd have been crisis to us. So the way we look at Liverpool is the way Newcastle look at us. Shouldn't win.
I hear that. And we've got a debutant, first time on Armory TV. We've been watching some of his skills over the few weeks. He's been eyeing us up as well, seeing if we're the right team for him. He's coming for like a little testimonial game today, a little friendly game to feature for his debut. Big up Joey Gooner. How you doing, Joey?
Doing, guys, man. Nice to see you. Nice, thank you for having me on.
Good. Always good to have my fellow Arsenal brothers alongside me. And what better way to introduce you to the show than with a victory? So, guys, we're going to get into it. I just want to talk quickly about the first half. Because the first half, although we were the dominant team in the first half, we really didn't do much. Apart from the Smith Rowe and the Smith Rowe and Aubameyang back-to-back chances, I don't really think we did much. Why do you think, starting with James, why do you think it took us so long to get going in this game?
I don't know if there was a bit of a hangover from the Liverpool game. I felt like we looked a bit sloppy in possession. We weren't really expansive. We weren't really taking much risks, I guess, because I don't know. I feel like against the Liverpool game, we tried to be a bit more expansive and we got caught out. So I don't know if there was a bit of a hangover, but yeah, I wasn't pleased with the first half performance. I felt we were shit, to be honest. That's the nice way of putting it. I felt we were pretty bad. But yeah, man, I don't know. I think after halftime, Arteta released the reins a little bit with our attack, and he made some tactical switches by putting Saka on the left occasionally, and those kind of things. He did what he needed to do.
Okay. Well, Tony, I want to bring it to you because for me, I was very, as they say, critical about Tavares' performance. Well, not his performance overall, his mistake at Liverpool. But I kind of blamed Arteta more than I blamed Tavares. But in the way the first half went, he was quite wasteful in that first half. Were you a bit worried that there was maybe a bit more of a hangover of the Liverpool game for him as a particular player in that when you saw that first half?
Yeah, my man Tavares. Oh God, I love that guy. Listen, you can't tell me nothing. That guy must be doing small, before the guy enter pitch. You can't tell me nothing. Look at his eyes. Listen, that guy, he plays football according to his own rules. He would take a shot from 50 yards at an angle of 75 degrees to the crossbar. Tell me how anyone can score from there. I don't know. But that's Tavares for you. But you got to love him for one thing. He's all action. He's like always ready to fight kind of fullback. And his mistake against Liverpool was terrible. I don't know why he made that. I don't know. I think I would attribute it to the way Liverpool has set up. He just looked up and all he could see was red. Red everywhere. We know we wore yellow on that day. So he kind of like lost his nerve a bit and just said, you know what, let me just release this ball. And it went straight to Jota. It was an assist straight to Jota. And we know what happened next. But it's a good footballer. Very, very raw. But there's a diamond in there. It just needs to be polished.
100%.
I like the fact that he was given a second chance. Go ahead.
And
go ahead,
just to add that, I liked the thing I loved about him. For me, even though the first half he was a little bit wasteful, he kept going again and again and again and again.
Mm-hmm.
He did it like confidence was never knocked. If he skied a shot, he went again. He'd take that same shot 5 minutes later. He
5 minutes later, and at the point I was laughing. I was like, I beg this guy made a good beggar. Just calm down a bit. You know what I mean, bro? This is football. You play with your teammates. But I want to also agree with what James said. We certainly had a bit of a hangover coming in from that game. We were badly beaten, let's be honest. And they all knew we needed to pick maximum point in this game. Yes, it's Newcastle. Yes, they're bottom feeders, but you know, I mean, the 3 points are not a gimme. You have to go in there and you have to score the goals. So these guys, Newcastle, were set up to just either do a smash and grab or to draw the game. They had no intention of winning. They can't come to us toe-to-toe. That would be suicide. So you could see their whole 11 was behind. So it was up to us to break them down, low block, all the whole attributes of breaking down low block. Not difficult. Everybody was well organized. Plus a new manager at the sideline as well. So it was tough. But then again, also, our customary lineup in this setting is with what's his name, Lacazette. But he began from the bench. And Odegaard's style is, I don't know. It's this weird style of he can be creative, but he kind of like needs a lot of touches to get into a position where he can actually make a killer pass. And in the Premier League, they won't give you that much touches.
For sure. And Tony, we're gonna get into Odegaard in a minute because I have a lot to say when it comes to him. He's a good player, but yeah, I've got a lot to say about him. But Joe, Mr. Debutant himself. Obviously, that was, I believe, yesterday was a perfect example of a game of two halves. Literally, we are a different team. Do you think Arteta specifically changed anything for that second half before the goal? Or the players just lifted up their game?
I would like to agree with both of their points that were made by Skills and James that we did have a bit of a hangover, but I do also want to give credit to Newcastle because at the start of the game, you have to realize both the teams are going to be fresh, they're going to be fit, they're going to be ready, they're going to be covering all angles, and whatever we did, they came to part of the bus. So it would have taken some time of moving the ball. Where I reckon that Arsenal were at fault in the first half, we didn't move the ball quick enough. And as soon as you started to inject pace into it, you started to see the gaps. Hence why Saka moving over to the right hand side for that little moment. A quick 1-2s between him to Tavares is where we finally opened them up. But if we didn't inject the pace, we weren't scoring a goal. We weren't going to score a goal. We would have got all game and we wouldn't have scored a goal. Because even in the second goal that we scored, that was done with quick passing, quick movement. And as soon as that's done, we cut them open. They had no intention of coming to win the game and go toe-to-toe as us, as Tony said. So first 40 minutes, they're going to be fresh, they're going to be fit, they're going to be parking the bus, they're going to be running, they're going to cover in all gaps. And that's where I personally reckon that they done well doing that until we broke them open.
For sure. But, and yeah, go on, as you said.
Arteta doing tactics, I'll be honest with you, when I first saw the lineup, I was moaning, cussing, saying, why didn't he take out Tavares? Tierney should have played due to this mistake he made in the Liverpool game. But I have to hold my hands up and give credit where it's due because the fact of he stuck with him. And to be honest with you, Tavares was my man of the match, to be honest with you. Even though the first half he was being a bit wild. But
for sure.
About his energy and his determination, there wasn't a lot going on. And our attack force, I don't know if we're going to come to that section, but
we definitely will. But we'll get to that attack. But I believe the foundation of that result yesterday was our defense. We didn't look worried at any point. I mean, Wilson on a normal day would really rough up our defenders, but we pocketed him. And there was a specific incident where I'm sure Newcastle fans are crying for a penalty, but that, like, Tavares literally transformed into a 32-year-old centre-back, like an experienced little nudge, like, you know what I'm saying? Just show him up about.
Get on the weights. That's what they'll tell them. Get on the weights.
Literally, Callum, get on the weights, bro.
On the weights, mate. That's what they'll tell him.
So I believe, obviously, Gabriel did well. Ben White had a little bit of a shaky start, but he got back into the game. but the foundation was my man on the right, man, Aaron Ramsdale. I believe James, like your namesake, he gives us confidence at the back. Are you seeing? I don't know if you saw, there was a lot of situations where we were passing from the back in high pressure situations, but none of our players looked like they were under pressure. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I don't. It comes with a different goalkeeper in terms of the mentality he brings. I think Leno was never good with the ball at his feet, and you would have seen like before Ramsdale came in, nobody wanted to give him the ball. The amount of times that they could have passed back to him, Leno, but they instead gave it someone down the window, right? It's even that they're clearing it into the fucking rosette, or but it's just, I think obviously he's really good with his ball. With his ball, he's really good.
He's good with his balls, yeah.
Bro, hey, bro, both of them. Trust that, no. But he's really good with the ball. He's really good with his shot stopping, but it's just his mentality in it. Like, he celebrates making saves. Like, he shit houses with the fans. Like, you saw at Leicester when he got him shit and he turned around and pumped his fist. Like, there's just a bit of an arrogance about him. And I think that really unites the back four. It's like, well, you might be us, but you got to get through him, kind of, you know? So, 100%. Yeah, man, I really like what he instills with just, we're better than you. We're comfortable with the ball. And, you know, just that he has that, like, presence around him, which is good.
I love the arrogance of him. He legit believes I'm the best keeper in the league. It might not be facts just yet, but he believes that. He comes on the pitch with that sort of energy. Like, don't worry, I got this. Get behind the team. Get behind everything. He celebrates everything, as you said. But I got to give... we've definitely been talking a lot about Tavares, but I got to give a great shout out to Tomiyasu, bro. My right back. That he might not do a lot of expansive or really skillful stuff, but he does understand. The guy gets football brain. He gets football brain. He just knows what to do, when to do. Keeps it very, very simple. I guarantee Bellerin would have took 1-2 touches for that assist for Martinelli, but Tomiyasu's like, I need to do this quickly. This is the time. He's on the shoulder of the last man. Quick ball, assist, 2-0, game done. Like, what do you guys, anyone in the panel, what do you think about Tomiyasu's start at Arsenal and in particular yesterday?
I like him. I really do. I love his commitment. He chases everything. There's some part of him I like as well too. He during 50-50s, it's like a fight. You know, that 50-50 tussle he has with players, he's like, I must be the one who wins this ball. If you beat Tomiyasu, it's not over yet. You have to beat him on the run as well again. So you have to really, really put in 200% to ensure that you've made him useless before you get a goal. We used to be so easy to cross the ball against. Bellerin hardly puts in. I don't want to slag him off or nothing, because for sure. Great servant he was,
100%.
But he was always letting people cross the ball so easily, and I didn't like that. But for Tomiyasu, it comes to work. This is work. It's not play. There's no fancy hairdo. No. This is work. I'm here to work, and I'm here to put 100% commitment. He is a fantastic addition to the team. I can't say any more than that.
What about you, Joe? What do you think about Tomiyasu?
Very good signing. I think he has a lot of good defensive cover, because nowadays fullbacks are not fullbacks no more. They have to be wing backs. But he's traditional fullback in the sense of, I'll defend first, then go forward. One thing that goes very he doesn't get a lot of credit for is his both foot ability. The fact that
100%.
The fact that he cuts in and he can pass a good ball in with his left foot changes the dynamic, where a defender doesn't know he's going to go on the outside or he's going to go on the inside. And I think that really adds beneficial to his Arsenal going forward, where a lot of right backs at the moment, they can only go on the outside. That's all they can do. Like Trent, fantastic whipping the ball in, but bringing him on the inside, when do you see him do it?
Yeah, for sure. He's not using his left peg at all, man. Definitely. I won't talk about his right peg, but yeah.
On the outside is fantastic. For sure. On the outside, best probably out there, I put him just above Reece James. But both of them guys there to cut on the inside, because if you shepherd him down the outside and stop him crossing the ball, what have you got now? But Tomiyasu coming on the inside, he has a cut in on his left foot. You saw the shot he had with his left foot during the game.
Yeah. He's literally an animal, and I've loved him since hearing his first interview, where they asked him, "What's your favorite position on the pitch?" He goes, on the pitch. That's what I'm looking for. Like, just put me in the team and I'll play as hard as I can wherever the manager puts me. And if everyone in the comment section, like, comment, share, subscribe. If you're watching it now live or you're watching it later, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the Armoury TV. So what were you saying, Joe?
Okay, once he gets an understanding with the rest of the team, I do think his attacking will be a lot better because he's got the mindset of attacking. And to be honest, if your YouTube can't give you the best overall take of a player, what I did see on him in attacking going forward, when he's settled, he's actually pretty decent going forward.
For sure. And I've been one of his biggest critics about going forward. But yesterday, he showed a lot more to his game than I've seen in previous weeks. I've usually been praising his good aerial ability, his great one-on-one defending. But today, he was getting quite high up the pitch. And he got an assist. You can't knock him, man. And Tomiyasu goal is well on its way, guys. But speaking of goals, I mean, the title of this stream was about one particular man. Martinelli makes an instant impact. And I'm sure you, just like me, everyone on the panel have been screaming for this guy to get more minutes. He came on, first touch of the game, as far as I can remember, first touch on the pitch was in the back of the net. What do you think this is going to do for his confidence? And does this give Arteta issues going into the Man U game? James?
Well, I think so. Like, I don't know about you guys on the panel, but I really haven't been impressed with Aubameyang for the past year, 18 months. Like, he's just, ever since we gave him that contract, I feel like it was the right decision at the time, but he's just gone like that. Like, he's dipped off. Like, you can't be missing chances like that again, what he did on the weekend. 3 yards out and he hits the post. Like, come on, man. So for me, I don't see the situation where this is a lose scenario. I think it's a win-win regardless. Like, Aubameyang's not scoring goals, really. Martinelli has proven it. I don't see what's the harm is to bring him in. So that I would personally. I mean, why not? You can always bring Aubameyang off the bench. Maybe it's a bit of a shout and it's Man U, but I don't know. I'd give him, at least, if you're not going to start him, I'd give him a good 30 to a half to actually see what you can do. But
do you think Arteta actually is worried? Like, he's like, because I believe personally, Arteta is thinking, Abba starts, he's the captain, no long thing, let's get it. Like, I don't believe that even moved Arteta from how he's treated Martinelli in the past. I don't know, Tony, do you think he's going to get more of a chance? Do you think he's in contention to start?
He will be back on the bench with his seatbelt. They will not put it. Listen, trust me, Arteta will never start him. Listen, and I don't know why. You know, Arteta always brushes off questions at the post-pressers or pre-pressers when they ask him about Martinelli. I think he gets sick of it. He's like, this guy's time will come. You guys, please stop asking me questions about Martinelli. I love him the way you all love him. He's a great player. We know this, but it's not his time. And if you ask me, Aubameyang, let's put it here the way it is in black and white. He has been rubbish. I hear people talk about, but he presses, but he makes an attack from the front. That's not. If you can't put a ball in from 3 yards, guy, please, how do we defend you? Make it easy for us to defend you a little bit now. You understand? But sorry, my brother, real quick, just so I can pass it to the next person. Martinelli, what he does or what he's been asked to do is crazy difficult. Come up from the bench 2 minutes and make an impact. For a 20-year-old, that's a lot of ask. But that's what he's been asked to do for the past 2 seasons. And he's been trying. I remember the goal he scored against Crystal Palace away, where they whipped in the ball very late in the game. I think it was Odegaard that whipped the ball from him and he controlled the one touch and he scored. You know, the boy has got the talent. We all know this. We've been seeing it for the past 2 years now. And truly, he needs to play. But he and his people signed that contract, long-term contract with Arteta right there in present. I just hope they know what they're doing. I just hope they just know what they do. Because if we lose that kid, it would be a huge shame. But it's a great goal, fantastic goal. Great. I just want to see more from him, but I know he's back on the bench. That's
100%. But before we go to the next comment, let me just hit some of the comment sections. Mr. Silver Fox, Tomiyasu's pass, absolutely fire. I'm with you. One touch, saw Martinelli, great finish. My son in the comment section, Tunde, my son, He says Unai Martinelli is back. I hope you're right, and I hope that means he's going to start seeing more minutes. Coach Lexo says, just drop in here. A massive win for Arsenal for sure, especially on the back of what this guy is talking about. Saint LFC VT. Big up Saint LFC TV. Big you up, bro. Nice to see you, man, finish licking your wounds after whatever, bro. Whatever. We're taking points off you is not our concern just yet, man. We'll get back there. You know how it feels not taking points off the big teams. For many years, you had to deal with that in Northwest London, bro. So I'm not mad at you getting your own back right now, Saint. Do your thing. He says, geez, man like Joey Guna in the building. He's got fans here already, you know. Big up Joey Guna. So Martinelli still needs time. So what did you, Joe, what did you like about Martinelli when he came on the pitch? What did you like?
I'm kind of opposite in the thoughts of what you guys are saying. Don't get me wrong, I do rate Martinelli a lot, but as the last comment just said, he's not ready yet. Now, the first few games in the season when he started, he didn't show much, same like Balogun. Now, we all even last season when he had that little moment when we were saying we're going to put him up front and whatnot, but this just proves that playing up front in the Premiership is a whole different story. You got a man like Timu Pukki, who can't score a goal, who is an established at peak striker who struggles to score a goal. So us trying to throw Martinelli there, all the fans say Martinelli. For a team of Man United's level, Aubameyang starts all day, in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, I know at the moment he's not scoring, but he will do the correct runs. In the game yesterday, I did see he was making the runs. We were not pushing the ball forward quick enough for playing him in. He was making quite a few runs. If you go look at it, he was not receiving the ball. He was bending his runs around, but we just weren't putting the ball forward. Martinelli came in to a tired Newcastle, and anybody knowing that if you get 20 minutes to impress your manager, you're gonna come and give 150%, and that's what we always see.
Pepe doesn't, but yeah, that's a different story.
Yeah, exactly. Pepe. I personally believe Pepe shouldn't. I'm happy to take the cut and take £20 million, take 20 million, and let him move on. He's not ready for Arsenal, but 20 minutes, Martinelli come and done what every Arsenal player, every young Arsenal player should be doing, of coming in, taking your chance, and showing why you need to give the manager a headache. This would give me, for me, the next game. He doesn't deserve to start just from scoring one goal. He comes and puts in performances like that on a regular basis. Then it does put that question to say he does deserve over Aubameyang. One other thing we do need to worry about is Martinelli is very paperweight. The amount of injuries that guy gets when he's like every game, I always worry when he takes a hit. Oh my God, is he going to get back up? Is he not going to get taken off? Or is he going to be out for 4 weeks and whatnot? So that's the other part where I do think Arteta is very careful with him on that aspect.
For sure. But I believe he's a bit too careful with him. I definitely agree we need to start unleashing him. And in terms of the start of the season, he wasn't playing in our first team. So, like, there was a lot of injuries, COVID. So I wouldn't be as harsh on him in those situations. But I agree with you. I don't believe he should be starting at Old Trafford because he scored against Newcastle after coming on for 20 minutes. But just like James was saying earlier, I would like to see him for at least 30 minutes at Old Trafford, regardless of what's going on. But in terms of Martin, I do believe it's time to give Laka that number 9 role in that Old Trafford game for me, because Aubameyang, he's snatching at chances. If he's not scoring the goals, then as he said, he's not doing enough. And I found over the last few weeks, all the Arsenal fans keep talking about how good he is at pressing. He's a freaking number 9, bro. Like, put the ball in the back of the net, give me an assist or something. What happened to those? Like, in the game yesterday, we were 2-0 up already. There was one where there was a chance where Abba usually, like, he's cool as you like, where he just prevented it from going to the keeper. He usually dinks that over the keeper. He usually has enough acceleration to do that little dink finish that we've been seeing for years. That's his finish, bro. I was ready to stand up and say about my blood clot, yang, and all them things there, but no, he didn't give me the chance.
He's old now.
But
that was second half. That was second half, yeah? Second half.
Yeah, second half. You remember the chance, right?
No,
so a couple more.
If Aubameyang doesn't press, he turns into Ozil.
Oi. And that's when all the contract talk starts, man. When people start hitting him,
he doesn't press, what is he offering? If he doesn't press, what is he offering? So I'm not going to knock him for pressing because the fact that he still means he's trying. Where I had the issue with Ozil is that he wasn't trying, in my opinion. So he's got the contract. He's not scoring, but the fact that he's pressing, we definitely need new strikers because I was watching the Aston Villa and Crystal Palace game, and Ollie Watkins, who's not on the level of Aubameyang, he got the ball, he had 4 defenders in front of him, and he was looking at, I'm taking only one. Our strikers don't have that mentality.
Facts.
You go look at top strikers, if you give Salah the ball, it don't matter how many man is in front of him, I'm taking you on.
Straight.
Thank you, Joey. Thank you, Joey.
Our strikers do not have that. That's why I said our attack force is the problem right now.
Can I also say to mirror the fact that he gave, I watched the game between it's a Serie A game between Atalanta and Juve. There's a guy that plays for Atalanta. His name is Zapata. He plays as a lone striker. My goodness, this guy alone, one man, gives the whole Juve defense hell.
Headache.
And I mean, I use the word hell, and he still scored. Go see the highlights of that game. He still scored. If you look at the chance he got, nowhere near a gimme. He still had loads of work to do. Aubameyang will never score that. The Aubameyang of today, I'm not talking about the one of 2016. The one of today is not scoring that. I think the club already knows we have a striker problem. Do you recall sometime during the game yesterday when he played one rubbish, the camera shot to Arteta. Did you see the reaction on Arteta's face? The head dropped.
Wow, did you see Saka's reaction to his open goal miss as well?
Everybody's head dropped. Everybody was like, this guy don't they kill us. So I am very sure a striker is coming in and they'll just give Aubameyang his nice, befitting farewell in a summer's time.
Okay. Well, guys, before we wrap it up, guys, I want to talk about a couple of things real quick. First of all, it's clear to see that we haven't got the squad that can afford Smith Rowe having a bad game. That's for sure. If he's not in the game, you can see the game just looks odd for us. That whole first half, he wasn't involved, and the first half looked odd. So we don't have enough depth. That's why I was saying we can't get that fourth spot just yet. I think we're one season too short for that fourth spot. Also, just quickly, everyone, I just want you to let me know what can Odegaard do to kickstart his Arsenal career? Because he got a full 90 minutes yesterday, which I was surprised for how bad he was playing. I think Arteta knows he needs minutes, but what can he do to change things? Like, James, kick it off.
I don't know. It's hard. I was really happy when we bought him. He did okay on his 6 months loan, but I was more focused about what he did with Real Sociedad. I thought we got a real player when he came in. I don't know, man. I think it all ties down to the problem of our attack, like not having a proper number 9. You saw him when he was with Alexander Isak in Real Sociedad. Like, they were doing bits. When you have like a complete number 9 that's scoring goals, taking on players, is in the right spaces. Like, I don't know if you saw from Martinelli's goal how he was literally on the touchline and he made the direct run into the centre to be able to get that space. Players that are doing that, Lacazette doesn't do that. Aubameyang used to do that, isn't doing it. So I think it's also a confidence issue. But then again, if Aubameyang didn't put that ball in, which he would have scored when he was offside a couple of games ago, he would have had a goal. Like, I don't know. I think he isn't helped by the lack of a quality striker, but I think he'll get there. The more minutes he plays, it's a confidence thing. I still have full belief in him. I think he's a quality player. I just think time will see how he gets on. But yeah, I think a number 9 is definitely not helping him.
Okay. I don't know. I'm kind of on the side of what Tony was saying a little bit earlier. He needs a little bit too many. He looks like he needs a little bit too many touches on the ball before he makes a decision. Like, we need someone that can move the ball along quickly. Like, Tony, can you see him fulfilling his potential? Because there's no doubt that he's got a high ceiling.
I like him. I like Odegaard. He's a young kid, 22. That's a lot of age to still make up for. Okay. I will say this. I think some Arsenal fans need to get off his back a bit. Criticizing him and continuously, panning him will not help his confidence. He hasn't done anything bad per se. I don't know. I mean, before we even bought him, we were saying negative things about him. So if he's coming and he's not doing anything, what were you expecting? You didn't give him a chance in the first place. He is a good player. I dare say he is even better than good. I think he's the kind of player that also needs to be loved. He needs to be. He needs that feeling of I'm being loved. I'm appreciated here. I think he needs that, a bit of that, and I'm sure Arteta has given him all of that. But he also needs that also from the fans. They need to trust him as well. I will say, like I said initially, watching his game now on an analytical level, I see him. The skill is there. You see the skill is there on the boy. There's one quick dribble he did at the middle of the pitch. Somebody tried to collect the ball from him. He did a quick 1-2, evaded the ball, evaded the attacker, the marker. Very skillful guy. But I noticed one thing. He gets the ball, he touches it once. He wants to go left, he wants to go right. Premiership players will swarm you. And he isn't the strongest. He isn't the strongest again. That's another negative side. One push, one ball, he's on the floor. You will not always get the free kicks. So you need to think quicker, like Fabregas said he used to do when he was much younger. Fabregas said, I was not the strongest. Fabregas said, I was not the quickest, but I was certainly the smartest. I have thought my moves 3 steps ahead of you. So the moment the ball gets to me, I'm doing step 1, and you're still wondering, but I'm gone. So Odegaard needs to do that. Odegaard needs to do that. He will come good. Fans just need to just give him a break, all right?
All right. Joe, okay, to close the Odegaard matter, do you start him on Thursday night? Does he deserve a start?
Thursday against Sunderland.
Against United.
Oh, yeah, sorry. United, no. I'd go Lacazette.
Yeah?
Don't get me wrong.
At Old Trafford, don't you think we need someone that can,
bring Lacazette 16 minutes of sheer undeniable effort. No one can knock the effort that Lacazette gives you from minute 0 to 65, 70, and that's when Odegaard is worth coming on. Now, in that time, I feel Odegaard tries too hard is why you're seeing these mistakes. Now, I did notice the same thing where I got a Man United friend who likes Van de Beek, and he comes on and he tries too hard and then makes mistakes. Because you're trying too hard to stand out, you're playing an 11-side pitch as a team game. You're running all over the place. He presses, he does this thing where he runs forward and then he cuts to the side. And then it's like it opens the guy to play out. So he looks crazy being the only man pressing, where if the team press together, it works. But undeniable, he's got the talent. I do think him not having a number 9 that as soon as he gets the ball, he's ready to go straight away. That's what I think he's missing. That would help. Okay. Where Alexander Isaac, that's what it was like. As soon as he got the ball, he would turn and then he playing the ball straight through, ready to go. So if he had a striker that was able to do that, I do think Odegaard will see the best of Odegaard. But he does need to get to grips with the Premiership and realize it's a lot more
really quickly. We don't have time to waste.
All this single toe business is not about, unless you're Salah or Mahrez or someone like that. You don't get that time on the ball. They'll
keep it moving. All right, guys, big up. I'm going to get through some of the comments and we're going to end the show. When did you have Saint NFC? I found out live on one of these streams that I have a son. He calls himself the Nigerian Englishman's son. He's coming with this comment. Mitrovic, who's class championship striker, is average when he plays in the Prem, that's for sure. Just like a lot of the panel, Lacazette can give United defense nightmares. I prefer him playing as the 9 and we drop Abba, but we'll talk about that when we go into the preview during the week. As an outsider, Lacazette would be more useful than Abba. You see, I think the comment section is agreeing with us. Nah, Keenan Allen. There's a lot of banter going on in there. All right, King's not here to represent him. Lacazette, aka King, aka Keenan Allen. I think he's an American football player. I'm not sure about who Keenan Allen is. Sorry if my American football skills is not good there. Aubameyang is finished. Man's missing open goals, bruv. I wouldn't go as far as say he's finished, but this needs to be his last season as the main man at Arsenal. 100%. His wage is Ozil 2.0. The fact you guys gave him a contract on what he did.
On sentiment, yeah.
Look, at the stage, everyone, even rival fans were saying give him the contract. So calm down, calm down. We were saying
we gave Ozil the contract. Sanchez was leaving. Sentiment again.
For sure. But I believe the one thing that should have been left out of the contract was the whole captaincy thing. I still think that's weighing too big on him personally. Odegaard is dead food, just coasting. I told P he's not dead food. He just hasn't quite hit the ground running yet. Give him time. He's got a massive ceiling. Gets on the weights, and I'm sure he'll be a different player. Man said Eddie McGoldrick, you know, them legends there. We'll talk about them, man, another day. Laka works harder than Odegaard. Like, I don't think Odegaard's issue is his work rate. His issue is just taking too much time on the ball and trying to overly impress. So I'm not, I don't know. I'm not going to talk too much about who works harder there.
30 years is not 22 years. Look at the 8 years as experience you can't buy in the market.
Yeah,
you don't buy experience in Asda. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So it's not his mates. Laka plays grown man football, man.
One of the other things,
100%.
if Xhaka comes back, it might make a difference as well to the steadiness.
Please, I'm not gonna spend another show. We've mentioned this Granit Xhaka guy. We spent like 15 minutes on him last show, so we're not doing it. Joe, don't get me involved with this guy again. I beg, free me. But guys, it's been a great show. You're watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank everybody that was active in the comment section. If you're watching this now or watching it later, make sure you share and subscribe the content. Thank you, Mr. Joey Guna, making your debut. We hope to see you back on the channel another time. Ramsdale, aka James, thank you for doing your thing yesterday and joining us on the show today. And Tony Skills, it's always a pleasure to have you on the show. Hopefully you'll come back again. But guys, there's a lot of shows coming up this week. We've got Gunslingers, we've got the Man United Arsenal preview with the United agenda. A lot of things going on. Join us throughout the week. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Armoury TV, over and out.